Hey, it's Ashley Kirkwood with the Make More Sales Show. Y'all, we are in the building. I miss y'all. I feel like we haven't done this show in a while. If you do not know me, my name is Ashley Kirkwood. I am a sales expert. I'm also a former federal trial lawyer, and my goal is to help every expert learn how to sell like a lawyer because lawyers always make their case. And many times, the reason why you are struggling is because you are not making your case. Y'all are selling these offers, building these offers like they're not what they are. These offers are incredible. They can change people's lives, but are you selling it like that? And so before we jump into our hot seats, because y'all know we got hot seats, okay? Y'all know we got hot seats. I need to tell you how to sell more of anything because that is what I promised you I would tell you. So if you're ready to get into it, drop ready in the comments, child. Look, two things. People are going to buy from the person who is the most certain. Now, I ain't telling y'all to lie. I'm telling y'all to be sure. Be sure about what you know. Be sure about what you don't know. I'm going to say it again. Be sure about what you know. Be sure about what you don't know. I'm going to say it again. Be sure about what you know. Be sure about what you don't know. Because I'm going to tell y'all, many of you are showing up and you're selling your offers as if you don't know whether they're going to change their lives or not. And a part of how you show up is about executive presence. I've been talking to my mastermind clients about this. And one of the things that I've been telling them, okay, one of the things that I've been telling them is executive presence is about a couple of different things, and I'm going to go through them with you. So take notes. This is when you get out your pen and get out your paper, okay? Executive presence is about a couple of things. Let me explain to you what it's about. Executive presence is about how you speak. How you speak is about your tone, the level of filler words that you have. It's about the amount of certainty in your voice. So whether you get excited and you elevate your voice, whether you're smiling and you're happy about what you're saying, whether you are irritated and you are being serious, all of those tones communicate emotion to your person. Do you think about how you say certain words? Did you all see that? Like 3 tones in one sentence. Do you all think about that? That is going to lead to your executive presence. It's going to be how you stand. When you walk in a room, this is why I love a heel. I love a heel. Because a heel gives posture. Always stand when you speak. If you're doing a webinar, stand. You're doing content, stand. You're talking to your clients, stand. Why? Because you have more energy. Now, I'm going to give y'all a pro tip on presentation. You lose 20% of your energy the moment you go virtual. So if we were in person, this would automatically look like I have 20% more energy. So when I'm communicating virtually, I need to have more energy virtually than it takes for me to get a crowd riled up in person. Now, in person, I control the energy in the room. For those of you coming to Black Women Sell Live, drop coming in the comments because y'all are going to see this masterclass live and in person, honey. So don't you worry. But for those of you who don't have your tickets to Black Women Sell Live yet, what are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Are you playing games? Here's what we're going to do. While we're live today, we won't be live long, so I have things to do. You know, mother got to work. But while we're live today, we are going to release our justice ticket for Black Women Sell Live. So if you comment sell, SELL, on Instagram, I'll send you the link to get your ticket for just $199. The moment this live ends, that ticket will go away. It's not on our regular website. I have to privately send it to you. So go ahead and press SELL. Now, for my bougie girls, don't get that ticket. And for those who got that ticket, you need to upgrade. I'm going to tell you why. You do not get a workbooks. Our workbooks are legendary. You're going to want a workbook. In addition to not getting a workbook, you're going to be sitting in the back in the nosebleeds. It's 1,000 people in that room. You're going to be sitting in the back. Upgrade. Like, what are you doing with your life? Upgrade. So this is the workbook from last year's event. Look at this thing. Hundreds of pages. Hello? Do y'all see this? We literally taught them how to run ads in the workbook. Like, it's not like it is. It's masterful. Color, full color. Hello, somebody. Now you can sponsor a page in this wonderful notebook for just $5,000. Well, you get half a page for $5,000. Full page, $10,000. If you're interested in that, drop sponsor in the comments and we will get you that link. Marvick will send it to you. You just have to pay and obviously be approved. But you're going to want a workbook. You're not going to want to be left behind. So you're not going to want a justice ticket, but go ahead and get the justice ticket. You can upgrade later right after you buy your ticket, but at least you're in the door. Now, check this out. Black Women Sell Live is one of those events that you cannot miss. If you're a Black woman entrepreneur doing between 50K to 5 million, plus you need to be in the room. We literally have a billionaire coming to speak. And I just interviewed her on Instagram Live for 15 minutes. It was the best interview that I have done. Let me tell you, Imagine what's going to happen when we have a 45-minute segment. And if you don't know this about me, let me tell you, I am a trial lawyer, meaning I am a professional question asker, honey. So I'm going to be asking the questions you want to know about scaling. And the way that I'm going to structure that interview is we're going to take it in pieces. I want to talk about 0 to 6. I want to talk about 6 to 7. I want to talk about 1 to 10. I want to talk about 10 to 25. I want to talk about 25 to 50. I want to talk about 50 to 100 million and what broke along the way. So one of the things that we're going to do in structuring every single interview I'm doing, baby, is do not play with me. Come to my event. I don't play games. You're not going to leave and be like, oh, I'm so motivated. Yeah, you're going to be motivated, but you're going to leave like, okay, I feel like I finally have a path to make $100 million. What other event do you have that's going to literally give you a path? Most of the time, people do these big events, interview these big celebrities. They don't ask any poignant questions. They're not researching the people for a year before they get on their stage to ask them the questions that we need to know to scale. So miss me with, oh, I'm about to go to this big event A, big event B, where they're going to interview so-and-so. They ain't going to ask them the real questions about that doggone money. So just don't even worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. Go on and listen to the beginning of my podcast. When we first started the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, y'all, you can go back and listen to how I do interviews. Listening to an interview that I am going to conduct about how they make their money, I'm not letting them give me vague answers. Ever. One of my coaches said that I'm one of the best at asking questions that he's ever coached. I'm not shocked. It's what I did for a living. So yes, we're going to ask poignant questions. We are not, because we don't need to know how, like, y'all, we're Black. We have a ton of content about how to be motivated. Do we not? Do we not? I mean, are you all not motivated? Do you all not have anyone you can listen to feel good? Y'all go to church every Sunday. They're going to motivate you on Sunday. That's great. I love that for you. I love that for me. I love the pastors for that. We need actual, like, deliberate, specific details on how to fund a $100 million company, how to go after debt for $100 million companies, how to not be over leveraged, how not to lose our businesses, how to hire CFOs, how to build a team from scratch, how to pay an executive level team when you don't have all the resources under the books. I don't know, but I'm just talking to the women who actually want to scale. Maybe not all of us want to go to events and just cry and feel good. Some of us are like, yo, I am one of the people in my family who can reach $1 billion. It makes sense for me to be in the room with a billionaire, but I need to actually scale. Some of us need to buy more properties. Some of us need to invest internationally. I don't want to hear about, oh, invest in Africa. No, I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear, okay, so when you get to Nigeria and you're looking for investments, these are the 10 things that you're going to look for specifically. This is how you're going to vet the investment. I would invest in real estate, but only along this part of the coast. There are 3 real estate agents that I would recommend. Specificity. I'm sorry. I just want to know. Anybody else tired of the sound bites? Anybody else tired of the lack of depth? Anybody else looking for a Diane Sawyer level interview with details? When they skip the question, we run it back. I paid to have some of the most brilliant Black women in the world, not just in the United States, come to this event. Matter of fact, let me tell you what I did this morning. Okay. And Marvick, drop the link for them to get their tickets. Let me tell you what I did this morning. This morning, I spoke with a woman who is an investor in Nigeria. I've been negotiating this contract for weeks. I cannot announce it yet because I have to make sure she signs the contract. But at 9:22 a.m., I sent her this email. This is good to go. She promised me we should get that contract back today, and I'm going to announce it. Now, I may give y'all a clue. I don't know. She may manage 80 million plus in assets, be under 40 years old, and be on her way to changing the way the continent literally is viewed globally. She may have went viral recently, had 5 million likes on a 1 to 2 minute clip. I mean, she may have been on the School of, almost said it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if y'all realize how curated this event is. I haven't even gotten to the nitty gritty of my content because I have been hand selecting the most powerful Black women from around the world. We will have speakers from the continent of Africa. We will have speakers from different parts of the United States, but all of them will be Black women who have touched either some M's or they on their way. And several of them will be Black women who've touched hundreds of millions of dollars, one of which already has $1 billion valuation, the others of which will be on their way. I don't think you get to have rooms like this. This is a privilege that you get to come to. I can't believe we're not sold out already. And when I announce my next speaker, we're going to sell out, okay? Play with it if you want to. I done gave y'all chance after chance. I done told y'all this event was gonna sell out. They're like, oh, Ashley, last year you only had 300 people. Okay, well this year we already got close to 700. We're about 20 tickets away from 700. We're gonna sell this bad boy out before September. In September, I'm gonna be on the island somewhere writing my little content, making sure I'm ready to go, losing weight, drinking water, minding my business. Now, back to what I need to tell y'all about how to sell most stuff before we get into this, okay? Very simple. Very, 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 very simple. And if you're buying your ticket while we're live, we're going to applaud you. So let me know if you're getting your ticket now. I'm going to give you an applause. Number one, you're not going to sell anything if you're not certain. If you are not certain, you're not going to sell anything. I'm going to say that again. If you are not certain, you're not going to sell anything. Okay? Like, come on. And if you're not certain, it's likely because you're selling something that you don't know enough about. Hello? I don't know why people don't just tell you guys that. You shouldn't be selling something that you're not great at. Oh, I'm going to help people make a lot of money in their business. You've made no money in your business, and you wonder why you have imposter syndrome. That's not called imposter syndrome. That's called underpreparedness. Some of this stuff is not you being an imposter. It's that you don't know what you're doing in that area. And I don't know why, but women have a tendency to want to sell things that they are not great at, but that they aspire to be great at. So it's like I used to have a lot of clients that be like, oh, I'm going to teach you how to find their purpose. But they don't know their purpose. Why are you doing that? You feel uncertain about your purpose. Why are you selling that? Oh, I'm going to teach confidence. No one would describe you as confident. Why are you doing that? Like, we have to get real about the fact that we Black women specifically, we have the ability to build big businesses. But the foundation of any business is the offer. If your offer is not congruent with your identity and what you have done and your proof, then you are going to have a hard time selling that. Also, stop slapping high ticket prices on low ticket inventory. Just because I say that I'm going to resell my Toyota Corolla for $300,000, that does not mean it's worth it. So no one's going to buy it. Like, you can definitely sell a premium offer, but it needs to be based on what you actually are able to deliver for someone. And you don't look at how you feel for this, okay? You're going to look at what is your skill set. What are the skill sets, the areas in which I've gotten a lot of results that if someone were to follow me in this thing, they would get even more results. If y'all are following, drop following in the comments. So number one is certainty. When I show up in a room, I only compete where I win. Period. Not that I'm afraid to lose, none of that, but I'm going to be in the lane. I'm going to build the business in the area where I believe I'm one of the best in the world. Period. Why would I do anything but? Now, there could, especially when you're selling services. Now, there could be exceptions to this. You could be like, oh, I want to have a dry cleaners. I don't know if I'm the best dry cleaner in the world, but you should aim to be. Why wouldn't you aim to be? Why wouldn't you aim to have a chain of dry cleaners and go all in and have one of the most tech advanced dry cleaners, and your margins are bigger than every other dry cleaner, and it's investable and you can sell it and all the things. But if you're selling a professional service, you're selling coaching, consulting, speaking, legal, accounting, wealth advisory services, you need to make sure that whatever your focus is, yeah, you could be one of the best at that. You're obsessed with that. Like, you're obsessed with that. Why? Well, Ashley, I don't want to be the best. I just want to make da-da-da. No, my daughter says this all the time. She's like, Mom, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to work that hard. I'm like, Christelle, stop saying that. And I have her repeat, you will be excellent. You will be excellent, because here's the thing. You can't gauge how much work something will take. So you don't know. You don't know whether it's going to take you being number one in order to get a result, or whether you can do it by being like number two, number three, etc. You don't know. So you might as well play to win. So number one is certainty. Number two, self-selling. This is a critical part before I put out any offer. I am going to sell myself on the offer. I am not going to stop working on that offer until now, for my procrastinators, I'm not saying work on your offer for 100 years. Okay, like Ashley said, don't stop till, no, you need to be a reasonable person with this. But like, I'm not going to stop figuring out how I will present that offer, what I'm putting in that offer, how I will deliver that offer until I would buy that offer, or I, as a reasonable person, would buy that offer. Now, sometimes you sell things that you don't need. Okay. And so I'm not saying price it out of your pocket, but what I'm saying is you need to make sure that you are fully sold on that offer. Why? Because that leads to certainty. If you're not fully sold on that offer, if you're not fully sold on them getting a result, if you're not fully sold, then get fully sold. How do you get fully sold? You get results. How do you get results for? First, you get results for yourself. Then you get results for others. Then you build your proof bank. Your proof bank is your certainty. If someone were to ask me today, Ashley, what's your name? And I'd be like, oh, my name is Ashley. They'd be like, oh, no, your name is Karen. I'd be like, my name isn't Karen. My name is Ashley. They'd be like, no, your name is Susan. My name isn't Susan. My name is Ashley. Why do I know my name is Ashley? Because it's on my birth certificate. I have proof. My parents have called me that my whole life. I have proof. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I have proof. I know exactly. So it's like I have such a big proof bank that my name is Ashley Nicole Kirkwood that no one can come up to me and say that's not my name. That is the same level of proof and of certainty that I have in everything that I sell. I know this event will change your life. I know Black Women Sell Live is the best event out there. I've been to other events. I'm not saying they're bad, but they ain't this. Matter of fact, you come to my event, you hate it, I'll give you your money back. There's no way. Now you're going to be banned from working with us in the future, and that's going to be more of a, that's going to be worse for you than it is for me. But yeah, I know this event is going to change your life. I know it. If you come to the sessions, you're hungry, you take the notes, you network. We haven't had an event where people haven't sold stuff at the event in the room. I can't think of one of my clients was like, oh, I landed $60K in contracts just from the networking I did at the event and telling people about my offer. That makes sense. That tracks. That tracks with as hard as we market and who we want in our community and how hard we go about how you need to invest in yourself. We work with business owners. You're not a business owner, don't come. You're a business owner, meaning you run a company, you know their sales, marketing, and operations in a company, you should be there. 100%. Mm-hmm. Now, those are the two things. Now, here's how the Make More Sales show goes, because we're about to get into our hot seats next. We're going to ask you, what did you make last year? What have you made year to date? We're going to ask you, what do you sell? Okay, what do you sell? And then we're going to ask you, what is your biggest sales challenge? What is your biggest sales challenge? So we have Charisma up first. Marvick, I will send the link to the mastermind. If you all are like, okay, Ashley, I hear you talking about Black Women Sell Live, but what is Black Women Sell Live? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? What is that? Well, I will show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Check this out.
Ooh, I don't need y'all either. Ooh, don't wanna talk about it. Ooh, like I don't know nobody. Like I don't know nobody. I guess I don't. Oh, you mad, huh? Oh, you mad, huh? Whoa, oh, you mad, huh?
Anybody tired of making excuses as to why your client chose somebody else? Anybody sick of the market determining their revenue? Anybody tired of letting people's opinions of you determine your own?
If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, the least of the seeds, work with that. Work with it. Believe him for something and then take the next step.
Everything that you have gone through in your life is exactly the reason why you will be successful. There is not a downtrodden situation, a familial abuse, a personal attack that will not equip you for your next level. If you look at the stories of a lot of champions, they get dark because champions had to be cultivated to be strong. And the very trial that you're saying is a curse is probably the weight that is coming to make you strong.
We do not have to settle. We do not have to be manipulated. We can have anything we want as soon as we want it. How many of you are truly ready to make this your time?
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
If I see something that's not right, I call. If I'm confused, I call. If I can't do it alone, I call. Calling is strong. Calling is brave. Calling is how we grow.
Failure is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for success. And so the minute you embrace failure and understand that you fail forward, then nothing can hold you back.
I am not LeBron James, all right? Come on now. The only way you can win is with the threat of losing. So you have to have that threat of losing. It is not wins and losses, it is wins and lessons.
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
All right, guys. So we are back. We're about to get started. Let's see if we can add in our first guest. Charisma, you are on air for the Make More Sales show. Let us know if you can come on. It looks like you've muted yourself. Okay, so let us know when you can come on. Marvick, if you can get her back, that would be amazing, amazing, amazing. And if you all have a question in the comments, go ahead and drop your question in the comments. Any sales questions that you all have, just drop them in the comments and I'll answer them as we get our guests on. And we will go from there. Guys. This show is live. So it's live, meaning when you click that link and you join, we're actually live. So here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and put the link in the comment section. And if you all watching want to join, you can click there and join the show. So you got to hurry up. And then you can re-click that link and join in Charisma, and it'll let you unmute. And we'll see. So you all click the link, join, and then we'll go from there. One of the questions, it says you're in the waiting space. It shouldn't say that anymore. Because I saw you in the background. I don't see you in the background yet. Marvin, can you test it out? I feel like we tested it out earlier and it was fine. All right, I see you back here. Awesome. So one question we got, you're launching a new product in a saturated market. How would you win your first 100 customers? I don't believe in the saturated market thing. So I don't believe in the saturated market thing. Number one thing that I believe is that people don't know how to sell and they don't sell aggressively. If I was getting my first 100 customers, I would go out and have conversations with people. If I want 100 customers, basic sales math says this, that if you want your first 100 customers, only 3% of people that you reach out to cold will actually do business with you. So the first thing that I would do is I would just simply ask, and I would go to chat to ask this, and I would say, hey, I want 100 new customers. That's my number. I want 100 new customers. Great. Of these 100 new customers that I want to ensure that these 100 customers are actually, hold on, let me do this differently, y'all. I want 100 new customers. So if I want 100 new customers, then I would say this to AI. This is what I would do. Because I promise you, most new business owners who are trying to get 100 new customers, they're doing this all wrong. They're focusing 100% of their time on things that just don't matter and they don't make any money. And how do I know this? Because I have clients who will, people who I've worked with who will just be like, oh, I have a new business. I'm working on my content. I'm just like, yeah, good luck with that. You're not a content creator, so it's probably not the best path of you making money. I want 100 new customers, chat. I know that 3% of anyone I reach out to cold will convert. How many people do I need to reach out to get 100 customers at 10K? Okay. Now, the real stat is 1 to 3% of everyone you reach out to. So that means I need to reach out to 3,333 people. Okay, great. I have 12 months to reach out to 3,333 people. How many people do I need to contact per day, per week, and per month? I'm just trying to get my sales math together. Okay, so all you need to do is reach out to 278 people per month, which is not a lot of people at all. Per week, that's 65 people. That's per week. And then per day, that's only 10 people per day. So easy. Now, 1 to 3% of those people will actually convert. 1 to 3%. So let's say only 1% of people that I reach out to actually converts at 10K. How many people is that? Now, what affects whether it's 1%, whether it's 3%, whether it's no percent, the quality of your outreach, the quality of your pitch. So at 1%, then I'm looking at reaching out to if I still want my 100 customers, I'm looking at reaching out to 10,000 people. But let's say 1.5% of these people convert, you're still gonna get, if you get half of this, you're still gonna get 50 new buyers. So for a lot of people, they're just thinking about things that don't have anything to do with sales. And so they're spending all their time on things that don't have anything to do with sales. And that typically does not convert. Okay. So one of the things I'll do, Charisma, I'll unmute you in just a second. Just make sure you turn me down wherever else you're watching. That way we can get going. All right, I'll unmute you now. All right, awesome. So first off, welcome to the Make More Sales Show. So excited you're coming to Black Women Sell Live. So let us know, what did you make last year? What's your year to date? That's the first question, and you can introduce yourself as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, Ashley, for allowing me to be here. I know we spoke on Instagram before. Last year, company's revenue was right about 300K. Year to date, I would say probably around 135, anywhere between 135 to 140. I need to go update my numbers. I did it last month, so I need to kind of revisit that. So that's where I say I'm at. And I'm a trademark attorney, so I have my own law firm.
Awesome. And give them the name of your law firm.
Sure. So yes, High Tide Legal, that's the name of my law firm. So it is www.hightide.law.
Very cool. Okay, awesome. So last year you were at 300K. This year you're at like 120. So you're trending a little bit less than last year. So we need to make up for some of that. And then what do you sell? I know you sell legal services, but what are the packages?
Most clients come in for trademark registration. However, clients also hire me for contract drafting. And then I've gotten into TTAB work. So that's Trademark Trial and Appeal Board. So I have been taking on more clients doing that type of work, but I don't really advertise it a lot or promote it because it's a little technical language. So I don't know if it will convert well on Instagram. And that is, I would say, my biggest issue right now is lead generation. I do not have a huge ad spend budget. And then even when I invested a large amount back in May when I did a launch, it did not convert well. So I wasn't sure what happened. And now I'm a little bit hesitant about throwing thousands of dollars at ads. And I'm getting a lot of new followers, but it's not bringing in new clients. Majority of my clients right now come from one particular source who has a lot of credibility. And I want to kind of diversify a little bit of how I get clients.
The first thing I would look at is, what's the source where clients are coming from? Is it a referral? Is it like an influencer? What is that source?
Yeah, so it is a referral based, well, I wouldn't say referral, but I have done a recorded session for her entrepreneurship class. And a lot of those clients will come in from there. And I've spoke at her conference. So it's just, and I also assist her with her trademarks as well.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like you have something that's working, upwards of $300,000 in revenue. And so the big thing that you have to do is do what's working. So when I say do what's working, what that means is you want to make sure that you are doing the thing that is going to bring in the business. So if you know speaking at conferences, having a referral source works, then your marketing wouldn't be straight to new clients. It'll be to new referral sources. So that would be number one. Number two is your services. So what do you charge for your trademark, your contract, and your TTAB cases?
So for trademark, it starts at $2,500, and that includes the government filing fee for one class, $350. And to add value, because I recently just took it up, it was $2,100. To add value, I'm giving them access to my contract bundle where they can pick from 7 common contracts that most business owners will need, and they can pick 3 out of that group of 7. So that's $2,500. And then for TTAB, I would say, to file a notice of opposition or to respond to a notice of opposition or petition to counsel, it starts at $19.97 plus the government filing fee of $600, or it may go up depending on how many classes. But my services would be $19.97, and that will take us through initial disclosures. And then at that point, I'll start charging and billing out at my hourly rate of $250, depending how long the proceeding stands. I think it's muted.
Okay, so a big issue I'm seeing is your pricing. Number one, your trademarks are $2,100, and then your contracts are $2,500.
Trademark service is $2,500, but it does include the government filing fee of $350. So
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think that's underpriced because I think ours were $3,500 and that was fine. Your contract services are also $2,500.
It depends. It depends. Typically, if I'm doing contract review, to be honest, I really haven't established in stone those prices, so it may range from anywhere from $625 to $2,000. It just depends on how complex or simple the review is or drafting may be.
Yeah. So okay. So one, we did what we did it for our firm, and it worked really well. And when we relaunch our firm, we're gonna do the same thing. It was $3,500 for a trademark, $3,500 for a contract, and then we had legal subscription services that were $6, $15, and $20K a month, and that worked great. Just you can't basically. You have to swim upstream with legal services. If you're working for small business owners, and really they're not small business owners, they're micro business owners. So micro businesses are those who are doing under 100K, 100 to 200. Like that market is more price sensitive for things like legal work. I don't know why. I think it's just ignorance. They don't understand that to have a competent attorney, it costs money. But if you swim upstream and you serve 7 and 8 figure business owners and you talk to their specific issues and you talk to their specific litigation issues, way easier, they stay longer, they have bigger pockets, and they're better clients because a micro business, like I'm filing a federal lawsuit today for a trademark infringement, and literally this is the complaint is like this thick. It's like 200 pages of this complaint we're about to file on this lady who violated our trademark. Why you would play with me, I don't know, but that's her loss. But literally, like litigation takes so much, and TTAB cases are essentially litigation. So for a litigation case, what you would do is you would have a retainer of $5K, and then they could either do it one or two ways. One way, they draw down on that retainer. The second way, they pay hourly, but you're a partner at your firm. You're not junior. A junior lawyer is $250, $150, maybe. Partners we were billing out probably at like $800 an hour as an associate at Kirkland & Ellis. And so partners are $1,500, $2,000. There's no cap on what a great specialist will charge for legal. But price conscious markets like micro businesses, they don't understand that. So your language, I saw you just did a rebrand. Everything looks great. Elevate the language. Don't talk about you need a trademark to protect your brand. Not them people. No, because if they got sued, they have $0 to defend the lawsuit. So your trademark is nothing more than like a pretty little piece of paper. You will not have money to litigate against someone who's actually violating your brand. So those people, yes, it's good to have, it can help protect, but they're praying that that piece of paper protects them. People who are serious about their business and their legal protection, they're prepared to sue. So your language has to elevate to, you need a trademark to protect your brand, to if you don't have an IP lawyer checking your stuff for every single launch, you're leaving yourself open to liability, and I'm gonna tell you why. And then I would be doing case study reviews like, hey, Beyonce was sued for trademark infringement. This is what happened with that. So-and-so was sued for trademark infringement. This is what happened with that. Have you heard about Sony Music? Guess what they did? They violated trademarks. If big brands are having trademark disputes, what do you think your brand is doing? And you're not even talking to a lawyer every week. Before you launch a book, are you doing an IP check? That's what we do with our clients. Like, you have to elevate your language. You're looking for people who have assets, revenue, cash flow, and something to lose. And you'll have to start training them, hey, save 10% of everything you make for legal expenses. So I had a client, and we were talking, and I was like, yeah, she was like, oh, but if I do this, what if someone sues me? And I'm like, I don't care. If someone sues you, all that means is you're growing in business. It's not a criminal matter. It's a civil matter. So even that, explaining the difference between criminal and civil and how sometimes civil can go criminal. This Fawn Weaver case, phenomenal case to break down. So right now it's civil. They're doing a lot of nods. If you read the complaint as an attorney, especially as a trial lawyer, I used to do trial law. I'm like, oh, they're trying to take this criminal. I can see it because there's different words that they say in civil complaints. So in my opinion, swim upstream. Stop talking to micro businesses. Oh, you want to get your first trademark for $2,000. No. Not going to work because they can't come back. Secondly, you need a model where you're not starting from zero every month. So you need a trademark subscription package, and you can do it one of two ways. If your goal is to keep your trademarks cheap, that means you have to scale the number of trademarks you're bringing in, and ads definitely do work. So I'd be curious to know, with the ads that you ran, what was the campaign? Because targeting, language, who ran the ads? Are they graded ads? Maybe, maybe not. Did you run them yourself? Do you understand how to evaluate the ads? Ads always work. Always work. Now, if you outsource ads to a company, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to treat you like my client, girl. they're going to take advantage of you. It's a guarantee. I've never had a client who outsourced their ads to a marketing company who did not understand ads, who did not get taken advantage of. The level of the taking advantage may vary, but you're going to get taken because they know. If they know you're ignorant to it, they're like, oh yeah, we'll run these ads. There's like launches don't fail at the point of the launch. They fail far before. So when we're running an ad campaign every day, my team is sending me data. Hey, Ashley, we got 20 registrations today, 17 yesterday. We're tweaking the ads like this. Can you make us a video to submit something else? We have ad fatigue on the video. Right now, it's at 5x. So people have seen this ad on average 5 times. We need more video. Can you make me another video? How about this angle? These ads are working the best. So if you have a marketing person and they're not talking to you like that, they're not saying, hey, yesterday we got 20 sales or 20 signups or 100 signups. Today we only got 50. Something went wrong. Well, they're not looking at your account every day. And so I always, in our mastermind, we teach our clients how to run ads, not so they can all run ads, but so that they can, 1, bring it in-house, it's gonna be way cheaper, but 2, so that they're cognizant enough to know when someone is taking advantage of them. But ads always work. We've never, even if the campaign doesn't do as well, we're looking between a 3 to 4 ROAS. So if you spend $1,000, you wanna make back $4,000 to $5,000. But if you have upsells on the back end, which I'm not hearing yet, which we gotta get upsells, and we also have to get a recurring revenue downsell. So you have 2 options with trademarks. 1, sell thousands of them, and you're gonna need to use ads. You're going to need a consistent flow of new business. You can DM people at scale. You can have 20 Instagram accounts, DM 100 people a day from all of them. All of them are some variation of your firm. They all link back to your site. You could do cold email outreach to business owners that are between 5 and 25 million. And in that email outreach, you can say, hey, I noticed that you all, your trademark is abandoned or this is happening, blah, blah, blah. You could do that at scale. You could do direct mail. You could do whatever. There's tons of ways to market your firm. But if you're going to do scale, you need volume. But even with volume, after they're a client, at the end of that engagement, what is a recurring revenue model that they're paying every month so that every month you get clients, they're then able to build? So like a trademark monitoring service. So it could be low cost, $250 a month. You have trademark monitoring. And if anything ever happens with your trademark or with legal, you can always give us a call up to 1 time a month. And that's great because I want you calling. Because if you're calling, there's business on the other end of that call. So that's great. I want you talking to me. Have a phone number. All this automated legal, people don't like that. High-end clients don't like that. Have a phone number for them to call. Use Smith.ai. And they're great. I love Smith. They're easy. Have that phone number, get people calling. But yeah, there's lots of ways to scale it, but ads work. And so if you're in that low cost field, there's that. If you're in the high cost field, like premium legal services, you're doing subscriptions. So every month they're paying. And as long as you're adding value, as long as you know exactly what they're going to do, then you're good to go on the subscription services and they get a discount on the bulk purchase. So if you charge $3,000, at least go up to $3,000 on your trademarks. But if you charge $3,000, maybe the subscription gets 3 trademarks. For the cost of $6,000 a month. So they're saving $2,000 a month on trademarks. So you just have to figure out your avatar. Are they that $100,000? They've never done anything else. They're just scared of someone stealing their brand. Because that's really the avatar at that 100K is like, I'm scared of someone stealing my brand. Is it a justified fear? We don't know. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But you do need a trademark because if you steal someone else's brand, like this lady did for me, now we go after all the revenue you made under that brand. So it's you can't monetize my brand without me coming for you. So like that's more of a fear I would think than, oh, they're going to someone's gonna steal my brand. But what's worse is when you steal someone else's and they can come after you for all the money you made under that brand. So those are the things I would look at. But did you run the ads yourself or was it a did they tell you about the ads? Were you cognizant on like what they were running? How did that work?
So I don't even know if I really ran ads. When I spoke with someone, I boosted it, and I've learned that that's a little bit different from actually running an ad.
Very
So
different,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. So that's my fault. So perhaps I need to kind of do some more education on running ads. I did not hire someone because I was thinking about, I've heard you say that before about hiring a company and not knowing what you're doing and being taken advantage of. So that was part of the reason why I did not hire a company, but I really don't know how to learn how to do those ads. And then my next question would be, I know you said reach out to people. I was thinking that because it's a legal service that I was limited by the rules of ethics as far as solicitation. So
Yeah, you are.
okay.
You are. So you would look at your ethical rules. You would ask, one thing that we did with law is we just hired an ethical lawyer. So we just hired an ethical lawyer, and then that ethical lawyer would approve or disapprove of our outreach strategy.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah.
So with
I've
ads,
worked with one.
it's a different form of outreach. But if you're going to a networking event and you're meeting people at the networking event or you're sponsoring the network, there's always a way. So what
Yeah.
we did is we retained an ethical lawyer and we told her, hey, this is what I want to do. Tell me how to do it legally. I didn't even
Okay.
worry about that because licensed and certified experts, they get really caught up on like, oh, I can't lose my license, which is true. You cannot lose your license, but just hire an ethical lawyer, retain them on an hourly basis, say, hey, I need to reach out to 1,000 business owners. What is the ethical way for me to reach them? This is what I'm thinking about. How can I do this ethically and legally?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I do have someone I've spoken with before, so I'll reach out to them.
Yeah, and ask them because every state rule is different. And sometimes they have those letters where you can read like, oh, this was acceptable, this wasn't acceptable. Or direct mail was acceptable in this way, but it wasn't acceptable in this way. Or you can bulk sell a book, or you could teach a DIY trademark class, but you can't just say, I'm going to file your trademark for legal services because that's not legal services. Maybe you have a separate company that does that. It refers people over. We have multiple entities. So there's a lot of different ways for you to think through what makes this legal? How can I legally do this? But that's what I would do with that. Like I always have an ethics lawyer in my back pocket. Like what do I need to do?
Now, I will say what I've done in the past is I've done a webinar and then I have DM people that are already following me to say, hey, join me for this live training that I'm doing. So
Already
Yeah, I think I
following
want-
you, already on your email list, already opted in via a freebie or something like that. Like those are great funnels to follow up and give people a call. Like, so it's just a matter of making sure that it's compliant, but just have all your funnels checked by an ethics lawyer. And it's not that expensive. I think our bill would be maybe no more than $2,000 in a month for any given evaluation, and we're not using her every month. So those are all some good strategies to leverage. And if they're already following you, that makes it a lot easier as well. Or you meet them at an event, or you go to an event, you sponsor the event, you get the email list, you're speaking on stage, they're opting in. All of those are great strategies. So if speaking at events for entrepreneurs works for you, then I would go speak at as many events as humanly possible, and I would not worry about whether they pay or not. It would be like I spoke at Podcast Summit, got great clients from there. I spoke on Amy Porterfield's podcast, great clients from Amy Porterfield. Like there were certain things that I did that always got me high value legal clients. And as a lawyer, it's very easy to get on podcasts because everyone's thinking about, how to protect themselves. So yeah, I would do that to start developing that strategy.
Okay, perfect.
All right. And I'll see you at the event. So let everyone know what made you get your ticket.
So, first of all, I prayed about it and I just felt led to be there. And then second of all, I really enjoyed listening to, everything that you put out from your behind the scenes, just because you're always dropping, gems and just the mindset. So I know that it's going to be great. I believe that it's going to be a room full of women that I can learn from and just really leave, feeling more educated, more empowered, just more sophisticated, just being around women that are like-minded. So all of those things kind of played into, but first I did pray about it and I really just felt led to be there. And I was like, you know what, I'm going VIP because I want to be able to, be among these women and go to the dinners and the networking events. So I'm excited to be there and I look forward to mixing and mingling with you and everyone else.
Yes, no, it'll be great. I'm so excited. And we haven't even announced all the speakers yet. I get emails every day like, oh, can I come? I'm like, no, we have so many speakers right now. But once we announce this next speaker, I think what I'm most excited about is that the women who are coming clearly have a global mission, because this event, unlike many of our other events, it's probably one of the most global speaking stages that we have. Day 3 is all about global scale. So we have speakers from different countries coming. We have speakers who are talking about doing business on different continents, what you need, the Stripe accounts you need, the bank accounts you need, the access you need, the relationships you need. It's just going to help everyone to think so much bigger than just, oh, I'm going to do this business online, or, oh, I want my first 100 clients, or any of that stuff that's just the start. But we really, as Black women entrepreneurs, we have the ability to build businesses that scale. And I think that is what I'm most excited about, is how many businesses that are scalable will come out of this cohort of the event. So I'm excited. I'm excited to work with you. It's going to be amazing. And thank you so much for coming on the Make More Sales Show. All right, you guys, that was great. If you got some benefits from that. If you're like, okay, that was good, I learned something. If you learned something, drop me in the comments. If you learned something, drop me in the comments. So here's what we're going to do next. So you all are going to have about 20 minutes to get your Black Women Sell Live tickets. Now, you may be wondering, like, Ashley, what is Black Women Sell Live? What does it mean? What's included? How do we know that this is going to be good for me? I'm going to show you a presentation very quickly that's going to tell you everything you need to know about the event. There are still VIP tickets available, so if you want to upgrade and you already have your ticket, comment upgrade, and Marvick will send you the link, okay? Marvick will send you the link. But I'm telling you right now, I've put on 20 plus live events, probably 25 plus live events over the last couple of years. This event right here, I'm gonna give it up for the whole team. Clap it up. Because this event is the best event we have ever put on in our lives. So all you need to do, if you're on Instagram, comment SELL. If you're in the comment and you need a ticket, drop NEED, N-E-E-D, and only while we're live. So y'all gonna have 20 minutes. We will allow you to get your ticket. You can get a Justice ticket, which is a partially sponsored ticket. It's $199, but you need to be doing between 50K and 5 million. You're in that range, 50K, 5 million plus. Like, this event will change your life. Check it out. If you're a Black woman entrepreneur who sells services and you're doing anywhere from 50K to $5 million a year, this video is going to cover two things for you. First, what Black Women Sell Live 2026 actually is and what you're going to walk away with. And second, how it's helped women just like you, women who are already in business, already selling, already making money, close bigger deals, sign corporate contracts, raise their prices, and make more in a single quarter than they possibly made the entire year before. Now, this is specifically for Black women who are already in business selling professional services. My coaches, consultants, lawyers, accountants, therapists, doctors with their own practice, speakers, practice owners who are already generating revenue and who are ready for what's next. If that's you, keep watching, because what I'm about to show you was built for exactly where you are right now. Now, I'm hosting a 3-day business intensive designed to help you make more sales, build a specific sales plan to reach your next revenue milestone, and do it all while building the one thing you cannot put a price tag on: community, with other Black women entrepreneurs who are achieving unimaginable levels of success right now in 2026. And here is what that has looked like for women who have already come through this event. I want you to hear from them.
Since working with Ashley, we have closed $100,000 webinars.
I landed my very first high-ticket paying client, my very first 5-figure contract. I walked away with $210,000 in leads.
2 signed contracts and 1 forthcoming.
My ultimate annual salary was twice what I expected to bring in.
$125,000 sales month. $274,131 to date.
I have secured a corporate contract with a $1 billion company, a $50,000 contract, a 5-figure contract, my first 5-figure corporate contract, my first 50K month, a 5-figure contract,
$18,000.
$27,000.
$75,000 contract.
$141,400.
$685,000.
$30,000.
$20,000. We've grown our revenue to over $3 million.
Now, one more thing before we get into exactly how this works. We actually practice what we preach. And what I mean by that is I have personally used every single sales strategy we teach at this event in my own business. Not as theory, but in my own business with my own money on the table. I started owning a law firm in legal services, so I know what it is to sell expertise in a credentialed and licensed professional space where people respect your degree and still try to negotiate your rate down to nothing. Not to mention, I've also sold professional consulting services to large corporations. I have also closed 5-figure and multi-5-figure corporate consulting contracts with companies like AbbVie Pharmaceuticals, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and FCB. I know what it's like to walk into a procurement meeting as a Black woman and walk out with a signed deal. I have sold from stages, closed consulting retainers, built and scaled coaching programs, over 11 million in personal sales, 14,000 paid customers, both B2B and B2C, corporate and individuals, and every sales vehicle we teach, I have personally used. All that to say, nobody else running a business event for Black women entrepreneurs has this kind of track record across this many markets and this many sales vehicles, not even close. But look, as you know, any event out there can pull their best testimonials and plaster them on a page. Cherry picking your best client, your best month, your best result, that does not prove anything. So here's what I want to do instead. I want to tell you exactly what every single woman who leaves this event actually takes with them, because that is what actually matters. You are going to leave Black Women Sell Live with 3 finished documents in your hand. A 1-page sales plan where your revenue is coming from, who you are selling to, and exactly how you're going to close close them, a one-page marketing plan, every place your ideal client lives, how they find you, and how you move them cold to ready to invest, and a one-page operations brief. Because your ceiling right now is probably not your offer. It is that you are still one of the best at selling in your company. This brief is how your team learns how to close without you being a part of every conversation. Now, each of these documents is going to be one page each, because if your plan needs too many slides to explain it, it may never get executed. You build all three live in the room on day 3. You leave with them in your hand. You implement them the moment you get home. And here is the challenge that we put in front of every single woman who walks through that door. We want you to make more revenue in Q4 of 2026 than you made all of 2025. Now, I'm not making any guarantees, so this is my disclaimer. Results are not typical. You have to do the work. You have to decide what you're going to do. But that is my challenge to every single woman coming to this event. Not a little more, 3 times more. Make the plan for that. And we want you to do it for 1 quarter. This event is literally days before Q4 starts. And we do not just throw that number at you and send you home with ideas. We build the plan in the room together. So if that is already enough and you want to grab your seat, click the button below this video right now. Fill out the short application and choose your track. VIP and platinum tickets are extremely limited. Last year, our event sold out completely. Now, if you want to know more about how this works and why it works, just keep watching. I want to tell you something personal for a second. Every year when I start planning this event, the first question I ask myself is, what does this room actually need to hear right now? Not what sounds good, not what sells tickets. What do these women actually need? And this year, the question kept me up at night because I was watching what was happening around us in 2026. The Voting Rights Act, Section 2 repealed. DE&I programs dismantled across corporations, universities, government agencies gone. 350,000 Black women forced out of the workforce, not laid off, pushed out systematically. Contracts pulled, opportunities closed, doors that were cracked open shut again. And I kept thinking about the theme for this event. I originally thought about making the theme legacy, about the women who came before us, about inheritance and lineage and what we were building for the generations that come after, and that was real and that matters. But I sat with what was happening right now, not 150 years ago, right now in 2026, and I realized that while legacy is important, it's not the word this year. This year, the world is different. Because when they repeal laws that were supposed to protect you, you fight back. When they dismantle the programs that were supposed to open doors for you, you fight back. When they push 350,000 of us out of the workforce thinking they will quietly disappear, you fight back. And the most powerful way a Black woman entrepreneur fights back in 2026 is not necessarily just with a picket sign, but it is with a plan. It is with a sales system that does not need their approval to run. It is with corporate contracts that put you across the table from the same institutions that tried to count you out, but they're cutting you a check this time. It is with a business that generates revenue whether or not anyone in power decides to include you. That is why this year's theme for Black Women Sell Live is Fight Back. And that is exactly what we're doing September 25th through 27th. Now, let me tell you why you specifically need to be in this room. Right now, there are approximately 300,000 women entrepreneurs globally making over $50,000 a year. 88% of solo Black women business owners make under $50,000. The average is $24,000 a year. We face a 3 times higher loan rejection rate than white business owners with identical credentials. 61% of us are self-funding everything. And now, on top of all of that, 350,000 of us have been pushed out of the workforce in 2026, which means the women in this room are not just building businesses, they are building lifelines for themselves, for their families, for the women coming behind them who are watching to see if it's actually possible. The empowerment conferences will not show you that math. The Girl Boss Summits will not address what is actually happening out there. They will clap for you, hug you, cry with you, take photos, and send you home with a highlighted notebook, and your revenue will not change because motivation is not a fight back strategy alone. A plan is. And here is something I need you to hear. A lot of the women watching this video right now are doing referrals and word of mouth. And it's working, but it's not consistent. Some months are great. Some months the pipeline is empty and you have no idea why. And you cannot scale it because there is no system. It is just roulette. Some of you are posting content every single day and waiting for the algorithm to decide if your business grows this month. That is not a business. That is gambling. Some of you have been networking, speaking for free, sending proposals that never got answered, sitting in rooms where you are the only one who looks like you, and wondering if you are doing something wrong. You are not doing something wrong. You were never shown the right system. There are 7 sales vehicles for professional service experts. Most women are maybe using one. We are going to teach you all 7 and which ones belong in your specific business based on whether you sell to corporations, small business owners, or individuals. Because the fight back is not just emotional, it is structural. You need leads that do not depend on an algorithm. You need a close rate that does not depend on whether the right person saw your post that day. And you need a team that sells for you so that your revenue does not stop when you stop. This is what we are building in September.
It has allowed my business to grow tremendously.
I feel more confident in my pricing. I feel more confident in the value that I provide. Being scared of selling and pitching and hitting people up, all those fears are gone. I can't use being an introvert as an excuse anymore.
I'm changing my mindset hour by hour since I've been here.
I have clarity. Everything is written out, and it's not living in my head for the first time in my business. I've got calls lined up. People are paying me for my expertise.
I think I've become more fearless. Like if I get feedback, I just act on it. Like I don't hold back. I don't overthink anymore.
I've grown tremendously, not only as a business owner, but as a woman, as a wife, as a mom. It has allowed me to just stand more powerfully in who I am.
Now, here is something that makes the event completely different from everything else in this market. This event is built around women who look like us, who did more with less. And every single day of this event, I am gonna have a Black woman or a descendant of a Black woman millionaire standing on the stage to tell you how you can do it too. They're not there just to inspire you. They're there to show you exactly how they did it so you can take the same principles and apply them to your fight right now. Day one closes with a descendant of Maggie Lena Walker, the first Black woman to charter a bank in the United States, 1903. No capital, no institutional access. The system was not built for her. The institutions were not going to include her. So she built the institution herself. She did not wait for permission. She fought back by building something they could not take away. If you are a builder trying to lay the foundation that actually lasts, this is the blueprint closing out day one. Now, day two closes out with the great-great-granddaughter of Madam C.J. Walker, the woman who started with $1.50 and built the first female-led, self-made $1 million empire in American history, without access to capital, without a safety net, with a world that was actively working against her at every level. She fought back with a sales force of 40,000 agents who multiplied her revenue while she slept. She fought back by building a machine that ran whether or not anyone in power decided to help her. If you are a grower trying to break through to your first 7 figures, that is the exact fight back strategy closing out day two. And billionaire Dr. Trisha Bailey closes the entire conference out on day 3. She is the richest Jamaican-born woman in the United States. Her name is on a building at the University of Connecticut. She is not closing this event out to give you a speech. She is closing it to show you what the fight back looks like when you take it all the way. When you do not stop at your first ceiling or your first million or your second ceiling or your third, when you build to $1 billion. 3 days, 3 women, 3 chapters of the same fight. Builders need chapter 1. Those of you seeking your first 6 figures. Growers need chapter 2. Those of you seeking your first $500,000. And scalers need chapter 3. Those of you aiming for your first or your second or your third or your fourth or maybe even your 10th million. And every woman in that room needs to understand that this is not just about history. This is about your playbook. Now, let me walk you through exactly what each day covers. Day 1 is all about unlimited leads. Every place your next client is sitting right now. Every channel and platform and relationship for corporations and small business CEOs and individual professionals. Sessions include turning bias into Benjamins, how to take every single obstacle that is working against you right now in 2026 and make it work for you instead. Then we have the lead matrix, how to find every source of new clients that your business should be looking to right now simultaneously. Then we have a session called Who is Your Buyer? How corporations buy different than individuals, how small business CEOs are a third market entirely. We break down all 3. Then we go into $1 million offers for expert service providers, why your current offer structure is leaving money on the table. Then we go into how to re-engage your former clients. The fastest money in your business is already in your contact list, and we are going to go get it. Then we do something called messaging metamorphosis, live hot seats with me where I am coaching you on the exact language you should be using to convert. Your path to wealth is your words, and if you don't know how to strategically, systematically weave them together to build a case for your offer, you will after Black Women Sell Live. Now, day 2 is all about sales vehicles that work in 2026. We're going over all 7 of them: speaking, sales calls, LinkedIn, direct outreach, and more. We're gonna talk about which ones need to be in your business right now, which ones match your market, your personality, your phase, and then we're gonna go into corporate contracts unlocked, your blueprint for landing large organizational institutional clients. This is where big checks live. And in a year where DE&I programs have been dismantled, Black women need to know how to walk in and still close deals. Then we're gonna go over sales call mastery, whether you have had a formal sales process or you're starting one for the first time. Then we're gonna talk about direct messaging and the dollars that are in your DMs if you use them, LinkedIn and other social media platform strategies you can use to close more deals. Then we go into the experts close, where I take 10 years of data on us doing events and selling and put it into a case study to show you strategies you should be using to leverage events to sell more services. The great-great-granddaughter of Madam C.J. Walker closes us out on day 2. Now, day 3, we're gonna build your plan. We're gonna work your plan. We're gonna do the Q4 challenge launch where we set your 3 times number, specific, real, and we make it yours. We're gonna build your 1-page sales plan, your 1-page marketing plan, your 1-page operations brief. We are gonna build you out a sales team plan that produces without you. When to hire, who to hire, based on whether you're in the build phase, the grow phase, or the scale phase. We're gonna talk about selling as an expert and scaling and what that looks like, and selling as an introvert and scaling and what that looks like. And then Sunday night, we close with a gospel concert. Because after everything you built in that room, after seeing the math clearly, after sitting in a space of 1,000 Black women experts who all decided to fight back, you need to feel what is possible. Not just for your business, for your life, for your family, for every woman coming behind you who needs to see that it is actually possible. And I want to say something about the room itself, because this might be the most important thing I say in this entire video. 48% of female entrepreneurs have 0 mentors. For Black women, it's even worse. The higher you climb, the more alone you may feel, because there are not enough Black women at the level you can call when you need real advice. That's why we're bringing in not just millionaires, but a billionaire. And in 2026, when 350,000 of us have been pushed out of the workforce, when programs designed to create access have been stripped away, that isolation is even more real. That changes the moment you walk into the room with 1,000 Black women experts, all at different phases of the same journey, all fighting back in their own way. From builders sitting next to scalers and growers sitting next to women who've already crossed 7 figures last year, the referral partnerships, the collaborations, the mentorships that nobody formally arranges, but that happen naturally when you put us in a room together. That's what you're coming into. These connections are worth more than any single session in the agenda. You are not just buying 3 days of an intensive training. You are buying your way into a community that can last with you a lifetime.
I'm so excited to be one of the many Black women who are in here thriving, to be a community with women and led by a woman who is killing it. I mean, it has been 10 out of 10 for me. We've gotten vulnerable and open with each other early. I just didn't have to do everything on my own.
The women that were in the room, I looked at them as trusted people because they've already been vetted.
The things that they do, from sending me that special gift on my birthday, sending me flowers, you're never alone and they're never tired of you.
Before I joined, I prayed for community, and that's exactly what I found. People that care about me, not just for my business, but as a person.
I was lonely. This community gave me what I needed to excel. You know, I'm locked in for life, right? I love you.
Now look, I know what some of you are thinking. I have been to events before. I spent the money, I came home, nothing changed. And I believe you. I believe every single word, because those events were not built to fight back with you. They were built to make you feel good enough to come back next year. They hand you a generic playbook made for someone else. They do not address the fact that you are self-funding everything while being the primary breadwinner. They don't acknowledge that you walk into rooms and get underestimated before you open your mouth. They do not talk about what it costs to be operating in 2026 as a Black woman building a business while the world is actively reorganizing against you. But we do. I don't know if the timing is right. You may be thinking that. And I want you to sit with that for a second. 350,000 Black women were pushed out of the workforce. DE&I has been dismantled. The Voting Rights Act, parts of it have been literally repealed. And you are asking if the timing is right to invest in a plan that makes your business untouchable. The timing has never been more right. The fight back is not something you can delay. We have 1,000 seats. Now, close to 50% of those seats, as of the recording of this video, were already gone. We have close to 5 platinum tickets left and a handful of VIPs. Now there's 4 ticket types, a justice ticket type. That's the ticket type that our sponsors help to fund, so you can get in the door and be a fly on the wall. We have a general ticket type where you're able to get in the room and get a digital workbook and come to weekly pre-event trainings that are happening every week leading up to the event. We have a VIP ticket type that gives you a printed workbook. You get early access to getting in the room. You have a private VIP and platinum mixer. And we have a platinum ticket type. It's our highest tier ticket. In a sea of 1,000 women who are incredible, I take 15 of you who are platinum ticket holders, and we have an intimate networking session and coaching experience only for us over lunch. You get gifts, you get reserved seating about 10 minutes before the event starts. You are our special guest for the weekend. Now, we have had all kinds of women come to these events. It's for women who have a business, women who have a plan, women who have a desire to grow. If you want to stay where you're at, don't come. If you want to make excuses more than you want to make a way, don't come. But if you are ready to be pushed, I promise you, I will push you over this 3-day intensive. Join us at Black Women Sell Live 2026. I can't wait to see you there. Get your ticket below. Mary Ellen Pleasant. How did she do it? Oh, I wish I could just screw myself.
Mary Ellen Griffin? This can't be real.
Real or not, you've been carrying quite the load. You see, wealth isn't always about what you keep. It's what you connect.
Ida B. Well?
When I wrote, I didn't just report, I revealed.
Right on time. So it wasn't luck, it was strategy. We have always been so innovative.
You're not starting something new, you're continuing something sacred.
I want to teach every Black woman business owner in the world about it. When I started this company, it wasn't just about selling hair care. It was about dignity, independence, community. That's what real marketing does. It doesn't just sell, it lives.
See, a true sale is not made in the pocket, it's made in the heart. Now, you go on and sell live, not for the applause, but for the impact.
Ooh, I don't need y'all either. Ooh, don't wanna talk about it. Ooh, like I don't know nobody. Like I don't know nobody. I guess I don't. Oh, you mad, huh? Oh, you mad, huh? Whoa, oh, you mad, huh?
Anybody tired of making excuses as to why your client chose somebody else? Anybody sick of the market determining their revenue? Anybody tired of letting people's opinions of you determine your own?
If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, the least of the seeds, work with that. Work with it. Believe Him for something and then take the next step.
Everything that you have gone through in your life is exactly the reason why you will be successful. There is not a downtrodden situation, a familial abuse, a personal attack that will not equip you for your next level. If you look at the stories of a lot of champions, they get dark because champions had to be cultivated to be strong. And the very trial that you're saying is a curse is probably the weight that is coming to make you strong.
We do not have to settle. We do not have to be manipulated. We can have anything we want as soon as we want it. How many of you are truly ready to make this your time?
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
If I see something that's not right, I call. If I'm confused, I call. If I can't do it alone, I call. Calling is strong. Calling is brave. Calling is how we grow.
Failure is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for success. And so the minute you embrace failure and understand that you fail forward, then nothing can hold you back.
I am not LeBron James, all right? Come on now. The only way you can win is with the threat of losing. So you have to have that threat of losing. It is not wins and losses, it is wins and lessons.
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
Talk to you soon. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all. Okay, so working on top of working. So one of the things that I'm super excited about is we actually have another person in the hot seat. I don't know how she got in because a lot of y'all said y'all could not get in, but she got in. She clicked the link. She is here. I saw her backstage. So Dr. Bai, welcome to the Make More Sales Show. We're so excited to have you.
Hi. How are you?
Good. So Dr. Bai has been a mastermind client of mine for quite some time, you guys, and I would just love to hear her story. Dr. Bai, where were you at when you started with us, and where are you at now? And then we'll go into what you do and your biggest sales problem.
Okay, so I was just a little over $100,000 when I first started with you. Last year we hit $750,000. Of course, I used to work at the hospital, and I don't work at the hospital anymore. And you were able to help me get out of there.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So what is your biggest sales opportunity right now?
My biggest sales opportunity right now, of course, is our conference that's coming up. We have to, of course, fill the seats for that conference that's coming up, but that's our biggest sales opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, and so your conference is for nurse CEOs, so nurses who have businesses specifically, right?
Right.
Okay, awesome. So we've talked a lot about this in the group, you guys. A lot of us are in my Lux program, are hosting events, hosting conferences. I have said this to them. I will say this to you all. Conferences, event tickets is the hardest thing that I've sold. I have sold 100K offers. They're easier than that. So why is that? I don't know. I don't know why you all wait till the last minute to buy event tickets and just stress us out, honey, but you do. So in terms of your event strategy, because you're in the mastermind, you all have access to our 12 event strategies that we're using to sell out our event. You need to go through that and actually go strategy by strategy to implement everything. So the one strategy that we implemented the other day is like to make sure your landing page is optimized for sales. And so what that means is if someone came to this page and they did not know you, would they know to buy your event? So one of the things you'll notice about our event landing page is it's actually set up for people who don't know anything about the event or the event brand. And I don't even think it has Black Women Sell Live up here. If you're a Black woman entrepreneur selling services, you need this business intensive. For the first time, our sponsors funded a justice ticket for $199. This page closes when the seats are gone. The room for Black women entrepreneurs. Here's who's closing each day. And then we have the speakers. Now, we just went through and did a complete re-optimization of this page. So you'll see a new page rolling out soon because right now we're driving traffic to that page, but we do a lot of pre-work for people. So when you run ads, you need to promote the biggest strategy that we have is our waitlist strategy. So with the waitlist, one thing that people typically missed is that they're not doing it enough. And every time we relaunch tickets, we do a different waitlist. So we do not do one waitlist. We do one waitlist for the original tickets, one waitlist for the next tickets, one waitlist for every time we do, like if we do a flash sale or any special on tickets, waitlist to flash sale to tickets. Every single time. We'll have a flash sale this month. We'll have 2 flash sales next month. And the strategy is the same no matter when you do it. So essentially, we will do something where it's like waitlist, at least we do 7 to 30 days where we are promoting the waitlist. Like we're promoting it. We're not promoting the wait list, we're promoting the event. So it's like, hey, get on the wait list for this event. We're going to do a sale on this day. Make sure you're on the list. The tickets can sell out. And we're so close to selling out from this strategy. So we're wait listing them. Then we launch tickets, but we did not launch our general tickets. We launched a special ticket. That special ticket, once that ticket is gone or it's no longer available that day, you have to only buy whatever tickets are available at that time. So we have a ticket that basically does peekaboo. That ticket comes, like right now, you guys, that ticket is out. But once we close this Zoom room, that ticket is gone. You have to wait and buy whatever tickets are available on the website. So we have a special ticket that we launch during certain periods. But once that period is over, once that flash sale is over, that ticket is taken away. Now, on top of that, we also give people bonuses. The bonuses expire. And so one of the things that you'll see on our landing page is this. So if you go here on our landing page, you see this whole calendar of pre-event sessions that people get when they come to Black Women Sell Live. Well, if you didn't buy your ticket by May 7th, you missed Chanel's session on how to turn social media into a sales machine. Oh, you weren't registered by May 14th? You didn't get to hear Dr. Judy talk about how to build $1 million business without consuming yourself or losing yourself. You missed Katina's session on how to lead like a CEO and get your DISC assessment. So right now, you all have missed all of these sessions, any one of which could have made you money because you waited to buy your tickets. But if you buy your ticket by today, it looks like you'll be able to go to Dr. D. Nicole's session. It's happening at 5 p.m. today. So you better hurry up. There's a bonus session happening at 5 p.m. today. Next week, how to land international clients. NO. Next week, reclaiming the narrative from adversity to competitive advantage. The week after that, how to sell without needing to sell and why that changes everything. How to make money with options trading. How to win government contracts is on August 20th. So you still have opportunities, but every day people wait to buy my tickets, their offer gets worse because they've missed opportunities. They missed the ticket price. Now, that is something that you can do too. Stack bonuses, have bonuses go away. You can do a flash sale for a bonus that's only going to be available during that 24-hour period. You need different reasons to keep talking about your event. In addition to all of that, you're posting about the event every day. You're talking about it in your stories every day. You're calling people every day for the event. You're DMing people to come to the event. You're announcing the speakers that are coming to the event. You're doing live streams with speakers that are coming to the event. You are doing everything to sell your event. If you're not doing one of them things, no guarantees. It is very challenging to sell event tickets. So you have to do all the things. And I think sometimes people are like, oh, well, if I get this big influencer to be my whatever, it's like, no. We've had we have like hundreds of affiliates, 0 ticket sales from affiliates. We love y'all. We got something coming for y'all to sell tickets. It's gonna be easier than what you're doing now, but baby, no, right? Like we've had 0 ticket sales from affiliates, but when we had our audience come to Podcast Summit and we gave them a code, 7 tickets sold from 4 people. So we have people who want to sell our event. We just need to facilitate the right sales environment for them. Shout out to y'all. We're going to be at InvestFest. You want to be on our sales army for InvestFest? Comment InvestFest in the comments, okay? Because we're going to sell tickets at InvestFest. We're going to sell out of tickets at InvestFest. It's going to be huge. We're going to stream all day. We're going to do everything. That's who I was on the call with. That's why I kept playing commercials, because I was on the call with the woman setting up our booth. It is fabulous. I can't wait to see it. Shout out to Bree. So all of that is happening, but like, you have to, and then you have to think about what are the stories that I can tell. So you have nurses. So between now and your event, what are all the holidays that relate to nurses? I hate that we missed Black Women Equal Pay Day. You may have saw that Hail Mary last night. We sent out a little email, got a couple ticket sales that way, but that should have been a big campaign. But we missed that date. So now we're asking chat, hey, what are all the dates that relate to Black women heroes, Black women entrepreneurs, Black women business owners? August is, I believe, Black Women Business Month, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is. But like that whole month, every week, drop a new bonus. Make a new bonus for the event. Create something for the event. Create an AI. Like we have to do everything in our power. And it feels like it's so much work, and it is. But it's deeper than that, because when people come to an event, they have an opportunity to rewire the neurons in their brain in a way that you don't get any other place. So if you go to watch a YouTube video, no neuron rewiring. But within 3 days, you can start transforming the way your brain processes information. So if I can do that in 3 days, it's worth it. I care enough about your life to make sure you're there. So that's kind of the drive, is like, oh my God, you cannot miss this. Oh my God, you have to be like, keep talking about it. Keep talking. If you feel like you talked about it a lot and everybody knows, they don't. No one knows. No one cares. They be, oh, I wish I would have known the date. I literally called you 20 times. Oh, I didn't know you was doing it. You doing an event in Atlanta? Oh, that's so cute. When your event? They don't know. They do not know. They don't know at all.
Okay.
At all. They have no clue. And then the buying indicator strategy. So we've talked about that before too. I won't share that with the public because private. But like the buying indicators strategy is really good too, with like targeting people. And then don't forget snail mail. Hail Mary, we did a red envelope campaign, mailed the top 200 people we wanted there, did a whole snail mail campaign. The more effort you put into it, the more you get out. Another strategy that I used to use back in the day when my audience was smaller, I would get a list from my team of 300 people I wanted there, and I would make personal Loom videos to every single one. I need you to come to this event. I've looked at your Instagram. I've seen this. I've seen that. I need you to come to this event. And that would sell event tickets. I would sell them in the DMs. I'd send them that Loom video via Instagram. I'd send it via email. I'd send it via text, like whatever contact means I have. But you just do whatever it takes going live. Because now with AI, people are more disconnected. This is like in real time showing you guys, like, there's no way someone watches this and they're like, does she know what she's talking about? Y'all have been people have been learning from surface level experts for so long that they put us real experts, Dr. Vi, through the lens of their last fake coach. I don't know your coach. She ain't got no license. He ain't got no license. You paid him because he's flossing with like a Beamer or something? Oh, okay. I'm not shocked you didn't get what you thought you got.
Right.
Like, why are you questioning me? Okay? Like, oh, did your coach go to Northwestern Law? No.
I do have to say, this is one of the things that I would like to say to everybody who is out there, who is questioning whether you want to purchase this ticket or not. Every single solitary time I come to this conference, and like I get coached by all the time. Like every time I come to this conference, I make money. Every single time. And it's because there's always something within the conference that I'm going to learn, that I'm going to implement, because I'm an implementer. But I mean, we didn't get to $750,000 by not implementing the things. And then, of course, the mastermind is just chef's kiss. It is amazing. It is one of the most amazing places. I've had other coaches before. I've been in other masterminds. And this right here, I've been in here for 4 years. So I just want to let you know that this is the most amazing. And, you know, I'm just going to give you your flowers right now, Ashley. You know, because, I mean, the sales, like with everything politically going on in the world, you just feel, you have this feeling that you're all alone and that you can't do some of the things. But when I came to that last conference and I saw how that thing was put on and I saw what you did, I was like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Like, we can scale businesses. Like, I don't know if you all realize how crazy it is, but like Dr. Vi, this week, a part of my job was interviewing a Black woman billionaire. That's insane. Like, I thought about that after. I was like, I just talked to a Black woman billionaire. I'm going to be a billionaire. Like, I think I literally went to Chris. I was like, Chris, I have the temperament of a billionaire. We have very similar temperaments. I'm going to make $1 billion. I'm going to be a billionaire. I figured it out. We're going to net worth billionaires. Like, he was like, yeah, you do. I could have told you that. But it's like just that one stretch of like imagination of what can we do. And what I loved about when before she got off the call and she's speaking, shout out to Dr. Trisha Bailey. She said, going from $1 million to $100 million is so easy, Ashley. She was like, I can't wait to hear all the testimonials of the women who come to this event who talk about how they went from 1 million to 10 million, 10 million to 100 million and beyond, because it's going to happen. And I'm just like, that level of ease and flow and grace, like, I'm just like, and then we hear that lie, which we talked about at our retreat. I'll show y'all behind, if y'all want to see behind the scenes of the retreat, drop BTS in the comments. But that lie of like, oh, I'm gonna build this business. I'm gonna be so stressed. It's gonna be so hard. And it's like, no. That lady looked very happy, very peaceful, very very calm, very rich, very sure. And it's just like, yo, we've been sold a bill of goods that we can't be rich, peaceful, happy. And even the way she said things, it just made me realize she's such a great operator. I'm like, I know exactly how I'm going to structure the interview. We're going to go, tell us about 0 to 10. Tell us about 10 to 25. Tell us about 25 to 50. Tell us about 50 to 100 million. Like, let me know what ops had to happen. What mindset has to happen. How do you manage your personal life with your business life? Tell me about the relationships that broke. Tell me about how you had to mentally sustain yourself. Tell me about your health and fitness journey. Like, I'm asking her I don't know when the next time I'll be talking to a billionaire. I need to know. We got 45 minutes with a billionaire. And then she's meeting with the mastermind privately afterwards, which is so great. We just have another woman who confirmed, and I also put in her contract, like, meet with the mastermind afterwards so that we can meet these women who are managing hundreds of millions of dollars in assets. Like, we have to get, like, it's so much better. It's so much better than we think. Like, it's going to be so much better than all of you think. And you're like, oh, do I get a flight? And people just be thinking about stupid stuff. It's just like, girl, a flight. We're talking about billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars.
If you come there, if you come there, I'll tell you my $22 strategy. Okay? All right? Because me and my husband, the last 7 flights that we have flown for $22, both of us.
They have.
I'll tell you that strategy if you come. If you come, I'll tell you that strategy.
Show Dr. Vi you got your ticket. She'll tell you her $22 flight strategy. You don't got to worry about no flight, child. But it's really just like the time, the connections. And really, Dr. Vi, we just got off the retreat. And I'm telling you, that retreat was my favorite mastermind retreat ever, because what I learned from you all. I was like, that's why I always say I'm in my own mastermind, okay? Because I learned so much. I took notes. It's already on YouTube. If you all want the link, comment link in the comments. But tell them about the people, like the beach conversations we had about making an extra $1 million, saving hundreds of thousands in taxes. Like, tell them about that, because that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was really, really good because Sharaka had the conversation about, insurance, and it was just a really good conversation about how to manage your insurance. And then, of course, we're real estate investors, and so some of the things that I learned doing that conversation, like I know that we're going to restructure because of that, and it's going to protect us as we grow, right? And so that's what you want. You want to have conversations like that so that it helps you to grow. It helps you to protect yourself as you grow. It was amazing. And it was literally
amazing.
off the cuff. It was
Off the cuff.
Like, we didn't even plan it at all. But, whenever you get around millionaires, that's what happens.
That's what happens. It was just our everyday conversation about scaling and life and how to do more and how to be better. And so I want everyone to know, like, if you are a Black woman entrepreneur, you want to grow your business, you got to be at Black Women Sell Live. If you are a nurse in the nursing profession, you were a former nurse, you need to be at Dr. Viola's conference. Let them know about your conference, how they can get tickets. Like, going to conferences has radically changed my business and my life. You guys, get in the room. I know you hear that a lot, but not all rooms are created equal. So if you can get in a room that's for your specific expertise, for your specific profession, like the Nurse Millionaire Conference, it's going to change your business. There's no way it doesn't. So let them know about your conference, how they can find it, how they can buy tickets.
I love it. So you can go to V as in Victor, P as in Paul, nursing.com, and then look under the event section, and you will see the tickets. And we are, it's going to be April 2027, but very much like the conference, your conference, we're going to have some sessions prior to, so that they can learn about AI, because we're gonna be teaching them how to build their businesses with an accent of AI. So it's gonna be a masquerade conference. It's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna unmask all the AI strategies that you need in order to make sure that you are building a business and building that strong.
Love that. So go ahead and get your tickets, you guys. She just showed you where you can get them from. I'll also drop the link in the comments so you all have it. But get your tickets to this event. Do not delay. Do not delay. Do what you need to do. Like, I don't know about you all, but I am so committed to growing this year. I think that there's things that happen in the world that makes you feel like, okay, can I grow my business? Will it work out for me? Blah, blah, blah. Once you decide it's going to work out for you, everything works out for you. If you decide it won't work out for you, if you have doubt in your being, if you have doubt in your mind, doubt in your spirit, then it won't work out for you. Like, you really do need to have a mental resolve that is stronger than the society and the circumstances that you live in. And one way you have that is getting around the collective confidence of a group, being in a room where you're learning about how to grow your business, where your faith is restored and how you can grow, where you have specific targeted details about that. So you need to get your ticket to Millionaire Nurse CEO. If you're in the nursing profession, you've touched the nursing profession in any way, get your tickets at event. You need to get your ticket to Black Women Sell Live. You're a Black woman entrepreneur, service-based business owner. You're an expert. You're tired of being so good at what you do and so underpaid and underseen. You need to get your ticket to our event. Like, I already told y'all this. Now, when this little thing ends, 5 minutes, you're done. Now, I'm gonna show you guys behind the scenes of our conference. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap. Dr. Vi, thank you so much for joining us. Where can they find you on Instagram?
At Millionaire Nurse, VP Nursing. Let's go with that one.
At VP
Millionaire
Nursing.
Nurse CEO too.
VP Nursing, Millionaire Nurse CEO. Let her know. If you have any questions about getting your ticket, let Chris know. And I want you all to check this out. So I'm going to show you guys this. Let me know if you can hear it and see it. Okay, I hope that you can, because I didn't upload it to the system, but I just wanted to show you all this. So we have something at Speak Your Way to Cash called the Speak Your Way to Cash Mastermind. It's where I coach experts, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and how they can grow their businesses. Like Dr. Vi, she told you she started right over 100K. Now, over $750,000, just shy of $1 million, on track to $1 million this year. Like that is a huge growth over just 4 years. We're talking about doubling every year almost. And so one of the things I want you all to keep in mind is that we do something called the Identity Retreat for our mastermind. Hey, Lane, what's going on? One of our amazing clients as well. And I just want to show y'all this recap from this retreat, child. I hope you guys can hear this because it was so freaking good. And if you're going to be there next year, I want you to comment next year in the comments. Now, after this is over, the sale on the tickets ends, so go ahead and get your ticket now. This is probably our first Lux and Diamond combined retreat. I'm so excited about that. Every business owner at this table is essentially on track for doing $500,000 up to 8 figures in revenue. That's why this is a rare table. When we do retreats like this, it's not just so that we can learn, it's really so that we can just be together, so that we can relate to one another, so that we can talk about the things that we're dealing with. So for us, who've already achieved so much, the goal is what do we need to do in order to go to the next level? What does 8 figures look like? What does 9 figures look like? What does billion-dollar status look like? And we want to be kind of the hub of resources for you all to do that and just keep you growing further. So one, I'm really proud of you. If you're anything like me, you do not celebrate yourself enough. If that's you, raise your hand. Like, we just keep doing. And so this weekend is really about being.
Oftentimes, especially women, Black women, you all are not given the space and the capacity and resources and grace to be selfish. Even in this moment, people may look and say, but you all are out on an island, you all out enjoying yourselves. Yes, but the ultimate reason why we are here is making connections that may birth an entire new business, revenue stream, or heck, just getting some peace of mind so that you can go back and do what you need to do best. So I thank you, I appreciate you, and shout out to all of the brothers in the room.
We have so much power as women, and that power can show up in many different ways. But if you're not careful, your fear will become bondage. And what happens with fear is it's very similar to these glasses. Everything you see is now jaded. It's a different color because you're putting fear on before you actually look. You can't let your fear allow you to see the world in a way that just isn't in abundance.
Oh my gosh, I am having an amazing time. I've met some amazing people.
I cannot even put this experience into words.
Beyond my expectations. Everybody is open, no competition. Everyone is sharing their knowledge, sharing their insights, and we're sharing our experiences and our journey.
Each person's story is relatable, so it's refreshing to know I'm not the only one going through some of these things.
The way that we were able to get one-on-one attention, it was just worth all of it. I think even joining the mastermind, this one event made the whole thing worth it.
My business has catapulted from what I made last year to what I'm making now.
My revenue from last year to this year was able to get doubled.
It is a lot of fun. And I want you to join us next year. So if you're under $500,000, but you're over 50K, we have a program called the Elite Mastermind Program. That would be for you. So you too can join us and be in a lovely location with us next year. And I'd love to see you there.
Todas mis noches acaban igual. 4 perdidas, dice dónde está. Me hago la loca mientras me desvisto. Y me dejo en visto. Y no hay nadie más. No, no hay nadie más. Oh, no, no hay nadie más. No hay nadie, solo tú. Y no hay nadie más. No, no hay nadie más. Oh, y no hay nadie más. Nadie más como tú. Y te juro que esta vez voy a cambiar. Y te pido solo una oportunidad. Y a la vez aquí está toda mi verdad. Y si quiero para mí, solo tú me haces sentir así.
We just did the release, which was amazing. We all released things that we're not taking back home with us. I released doubt, fear, insecurity, and it was just a very emotional experience. And what I loved was like Mika did it. She did her thing, and I love seeing her shine. I love seeing her set this up. She had a whole flow for how she wanted it to go. I just came and sat down. I haven't talked yet tonight, okay? And I love that for me. Get you a team, baby. it can work out. It was all good. She did so good. And everyone's having a great time. And I think what I love most is like people are here with their families, their spouses, their kids, their cousins. And we are a family business. It's amazing to see so many other business owners bring their family to a Speak Your Way to Cash event. Like, we are doing business together, but we are doing life together at Speak Your Way to Cash. And I love that for us. My hair is doing all the things I don't want it to do on this water and beach, but it's okay. The hair may be flying crazy, but our hearts are still. Amen.
Que no demos un chance, estaría cool. Imagínate tú y yo tirado en la pool. Que en tu día gris se te pinta el cielo de azul. Esos ojitos me dan galas sin Red Bull. Me cuesta besarte en la mejilla. Sí, hay otra parte que te quiero besar. Como la brisa en el mar, tu piel rozar. Hey, quiero ser tu BFA, pero en la cama dime qué es lo que más no te hagas. Y así te hago el mantenimiento. En el carro mojando asientos. ¿Qué tal si esta noche no salimos del guión? Lo que nunca hicimos te lo quiero hacer hoy. Te lo quiero hacer, te lo quiero hacer.
All right.
Cash, we gon' always
Oh,
eat.
hold on, it ain't over yet.
Got a lot of money out here on this beach. And we rockin' hard with our families. Eat. Got cash, we Speak Your Way to Cash, we gon' always eat. Got a lot of money out here on this beach. And we rockin' hard with our families. We got marriage money and we got that peace. Look at us, we are looking so good. That's my husband, Chris Kirkwood. He does me so good. Mika on the team, that's fam. Sean on the camera, he is the man. And my clients, they all got bags, big riches, and big character to match. Yeah, we ain't doing one, we doing two. If you ain't with us, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Cause we winning over here. All them other communities can't be over here. Comparing me to your regular coach, ha, 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 you got jokes.
Almost missed the best part. Okay, you guys? Please call me Ash Cash Money for the 99 and the 2000, okay? Because I rap. And in the event that all this coaching stuff just does not work out, I am going to be signing a record deal, okay? I will battle rap any of your coaches. You guys, I will battle rap them. That was off the dome. Rap Your Way to Cash. Our label is coming up next. So go ahead and get your ticket to the event. Shout out to those of you who got your tickets already. We want to celebrate you. Yay! Thank you guys so much. We are going to have a time, you guys. We are going to have a time at Black Women Sell Live. I don't know. I may freestyle again. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So get your ticket to this event. It's going to be incredible. I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm not, because when you believe in something, you sell it like you believe in it. You do not give up. You make sure that every right fit person is in the room. You don't want wrong fit people. No. But you want every right fit person in the room. We have incredible sponsors. I have to give them a shout out, you guys. Before we go, let me give our sponsors a shout out. When you go to the page, you can actually see all You go to the page, you can actually see all of these amazing sponsors. They're on here. Look at them. Country Club of the Skies, Mobile General Counsel, Speak Your Way to Cash, Easy Webinar, Fan Bases, High Level. We love you guys. Thank you for sponsoring this incredible event. Thank you for supporting women entrepreneurs. This is incredible. You can see the whole agenda on there. It can get changed, but like we're going to cover some of those concepts. And if, again, we have this beautiful book. If you're like, I want to be in the hands of 1,000 people. Look at, these are collector's items. No one throws these away. These aren't like come to get the agenda. Like these are like collector's items. You can't tell, but it's very smooth. We go all out. You can have one of these half page or full pages in the book. Look at that beautiful. Our designer designs all of it. So you just send us your verbiage and what you want and your QR code, and then we'll make sure that everyone gets that. So it's $5K for a half page. It is $10K for a full page. And I'll probably be able to throw in some tickets with with the full page, at least for sure. We could throw in some tickets, probably throw in a VIP ticket or so if you get a full page ad, 1 VIP ticket. But let me know if you're interested in that. Comment sponsor. I saw a couple of you were interested. Please email me at ashley@ashleynicolekirkwood.com with the subject line sponsor, and we'll make sure that you get information for that. Now, if you're really about that life, if you're like, Ashley, I don't do calls for 5K and 10K packages. But if you're like, hey, I'm about that life, I want to get one of the sponsor packages before they're gone, we are going to have to cut those off. I can't imagine we can cut them. We'll probably cut them off like the first, like August 1st or so. So what you will do is you'll go to our sponsor page. If you want to check out and buy that today, you'd go to our sponsor page here, view sponsorship package. Now, these are our actual sponsorship packages. You have to apply to get here. $45, $70, and $120. But full page and half page ad, you can actually reserve your page here. So it'll allow you to go ahead and just check out for that. So if you're serious, you want a full page ad in this Black Women Sell Live book, you want a half page ad in the Black Women Sell Live book, go ahead and just buy it. Go to blackwomensellavent.com/sponsor2026. We said April 30th. We'll update this date where we need your graphics by, but our graphics team will do all the designing for you. You can just go ahead and purchase this here, and then we'll make sure that you're in the book in front of thousands of entrepreneurs. So it'll be really, really good. I'm excited about that. This is awesome. It's going to be great. It's really going to be great. Okay. So come, at minimum, get your ticket. I'm trying to stall y'all, but like literally 30 seconds, we are going to be out of here. You can no longer get your ticket. We'll do we'll go ahead and give you one of the bonuses that expire. We'll give you a sales plan. Marvin, you already have the Black Women Sell Live sales plan. You could send that out to anyone who buys their ticket today. It is a Black Women Sell. It's designed just for Black Women Sell Live. It is literally a sales plan that you get when you get your ticket for Black Women Sell Live. It was a bonus. It already expired, but we'll bring it on back for those of you who buy your ticket while we're live. We're about to close this room out, though. We are about to close this room out. So I'm trying to see if I can find it to show y'all how good it is. Oh, yeah, here it is. 30-day sales plan, Black Women Sell Live bonus. Very good. Post-pitch, sign new clients, how the plan works. Really good. Let me see if I can show you all this. Like, look at this full-on plan. Like, this is incredible. So with this sales plan, what you all are going to see, we are going to give you this full-on sales plan. If you buy your ticket while we're live, we got to be live. So 10 seconds, you guys, 10 seconds. How it works, 2 paths to selling, outreach, webinar, and live sessions. It literally gives you the daily numbers, what you should be doing for both of those plans. It goes over it. We have 14 pages in this particular sales plan. Now, at the event, we're going to build out your 1-page sales plan, 1-page marketing plan, 1-page operational brief. It's going to be amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So make sure you go ahead and check out. All right, I got to go. I cannot delay this any longer. We have told you guys all of the incredible things. Here's what we'll do, because I'm feeling generous. I just told y'all about the sales plan. We have, and y'all know we got commercials for days for this event. Like, we have literally created a whole, like, I don't know. I'm little Tyler Perry over here at this point. Like, I've created so many Black Women Sell Live commercials. But I'll show you guys our full commercial. You all saw the trailer earlier, and we will show you guys the full commercial if I can find it. I can see if I can find it. But it's so good. Final production videos. Is this it? No, short trailer. That's not it. Raw. Oh, okay. Re-edit. What's this? Yeah, this is it. Okay. So we have a full commercial for Black Women Sell Live. Oh, no, this isn't it. That's not it. This is it. Okay. This commercial is 12 minutes and 41 seconds. This is your real deal. Last chance. Once this is over, I'm just going to end the Zoom room. But we did a full production. Let me explain the backstory for this. So Black Women Sell Live is unique for a couple of reasons. Obviously, we have billionaires speaking, and they're Black women, and they're amazing, and they're great. But we teach you the history of Black women millionaires from the 1800s and the 1900s, and we teach you specifically their sales strategies. That's why we have Madam C.J. Walker's great-great-granddaughter coming. That's why we have Maggie Lena Walker's the first woman to charter a bank in America who's a Black woman. We have her great-great-granddaughter coming. So we're teaching you their sales strategies from the past and how they apply to the present so that we can use the same sales strategies of women who made millions in way worse times to make millions today. So I had this dream that I was going to be asleep in bed and I was gonna wake up and I was like talking to these women, these Black history icons of business. And I wrote this script and I found a whole production company that was Black woman owned, obviously. The whole crew was like a diverse crew of creatives, and we created a 12-minute mini movie to promote this event. And I really need to rent out a theater and all the things to really promote it, but I'm gonna show you guys that. That gives you 12 minutes on the clock, 12 minutes on the clock in order for you all to get your tickets. Now, if you waste it, I don't know what to tell you. If you waste it, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna change this timer. I'm gonna change this timer to 12 minutes, and I think it's like 45 seconds. And that gives you guys enough time in order to get your ticket. So check this out. Watch this commercial. It may make you cry. So I'm a rapper and I'm also a movie producer. I just want you all to understand who you're learning from, because some people can do one thing well, but God shined down on some of us. And we can rap, we can make prediction, we can make movies. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. Check this out. Okay, I will get the proposals out tonight. Just give me an hour. She financed revolutions and built a multi-million-dollar business when they wouldn't even give women a bank account. Mary Ellen Pleasant. How did she do it? And then how did she get sleep? Oh, I wish I could just... I'll screw myself.
You can sit. I don't bite.
Mary Ellen Pleasant? This can't be real.
Real or not, you've been carrying quite the load.
Yeah. I run a sales training organization that helps women experts scale their businesses. But lately, I feel like I've been working much harder than I've been leading.
I know that look. I wore it myself once. See, back in my day, they wouldn't even let me open a bank account in my own name. So I started my own network instead. They used to call me the mother of civil rights in California. But I was also one of the first Black women to build a multi-million-dollar business empire. See, I learned business by listening in kitchens, parlors, boardrooms, places where women like me weren't even supposed to be. I financed freedom, invested in the gold rush, and turned service into strategy. You see, wealth isn't always about what you keep. It's what you connect. Connection, relationships, trust, that's the real capital.
So you're saying the key is understanding people. In my time, we call that sales psychology. Maybe that's what I've been missing. Not the skill, but the story. I've got to tell my sisters that we've been doing this for generations. We have always been the blueprint.
Sales psychology. I like that. You see, baby, back before they were reading it in textbooks, we lived it. When I wanted to fund abolition or close a deal during the gold rush, I didn't have spreadsheets. I had intuition, observation, connection. I read people the way folks read scripture. That's how I built wealth and how I built freedom.
So it wasn't luck, it was strategy. We have always been so innovative.
Exactly. As Black women, survival was strategy. We turned every no into a yes, taught the world how persuasion really works. So lead differently, lead boldly. You're not starting something new, you're continuing something sacred.
There's just one more thing that's always been on my mind. Everyone's telling us to find our authentic voice, posting, content, building platforms. But it's hard to speak freely when society keeps policing how you sound. They love our creativity, but don't always give us credit. They copy our style and our language, but still will call someone else the expert. Sometimes it feels like I'm fighting to be heard in a world built to make my brilliance someone else's brand.
You guys call it content now, don't you? Well, back before there were hashtags and headlines, we were already shaping the narrative. Back in my day, we didn't have social media. We had message, and message, that was powerful. Now go. There's a woman ahead who knew how to turn purpose into voice, even when the world tried to silence hers. I heard about her at the end of my life. Young, fierce, and writing truth so sharp, it cut straight through lies. Name's Ida B. Wells. She didn't just speak. She documented, disrupted, and made the nation listen. Now close your eyes. Oh, and tell Miss Ida I still don't understand this content thing, but I'm sure she'll punch in right.
I'm glad to see you woke up. Come over here. Ida, be well? Welcome to my home in Chicago. So you're the one Mary sent.
Yes, ma'am. She said you understood power before the world was ready to hear it.
When I wrote, I didn't just report, I revealed. You call it content, I call it conviction on paper.
In my time, Black women are building businesses and platforms. We're studying marketing, content, copywriting, trying to figure out this thing called content marketing. But half of us don't realize we've been doing this for generations. You turned truth into movement. You built audiences before there were analytics. We're just trying to reclaim the boldness that you've lived every day.
When I wrote this, my friends were lynched for having a successful grocery store. Their success was seen as a threat to white power. They tried to silence me. Instead, it made me louder. I printed the truth here. I sent it across America. With allies, my readers were able to see it in Great Britain and beyond. Justice doesn't need permission to travel.
I want to teach every Black woman business owner in the world about you. You were fighting for your life, literally. And we're just out here fighting for our livelihoods. You literally told the truth at a time that was so dangerous. And we're scared to make a post or raise our prices at a time that really isn't. If you could be that bold in a time that dangerous, then we definitely can be fearless in ours. Thank you for showing me that we've been leading the way in content too.
Then teach them to speak to the soul, to not just sell, but to serve. That's how we keep our brilliance from being borrowed.
Content is king, but it's the message behind the movement that moves markets. Community, sales, marketing, that's the future. And something tells me there's a woman ahead who mastered all three.
Yes, that's Madam C.J. Walker. She turned message into movement and movement into legacy. She's just right over there.
Thank you.
Tell her I said hi.
Right on time. Ida told me you might be ready to talk sales.
Yes, and there's no one I'd rather learn from.
Well, did you know that I created the largest sales force this country had ever seen? No. Let's talk about it. It was thousands of Black women. That was before Avon, that was before Mary Kay, before anybody. We created opportunity when the world gave us none.
I lead women too, Black women experts, entrepreneurs, speakers. And meeting you like this just hits different because with everything going on in the world, it's so easy to forget where we come from. But we've been lit, we've been selling, been innovating, been leading teams. We didn't just show up in the game, we've been the blueprint. I run an event called Black Women Sell Live, where I actually teach Black women entrepreneurs how to sell more services and live more life. Meeting women like you just reminds me that I'm standing on your shoulders. And honestly, there's no one I'd rather learn sales from than the sales queen herself,
Madam C.J. Walker, baby. That is a title I will take. And baby, you're just taking this to the next chapter of what we started.
When I started this company, it wasn't just about selling hair care. It was about dignity, independence, community. That's what real marketing does. It doesn't just sell, it lives.
Content is king, sure, but what you've proven is that community is what builds legacy. The way that you've helped women to sell and provide for themselves, that's what this is about. Not just making money, but changing lives.
Exactly. So teach that boldly. Because when Black women sell, we don't just push product, we move progress. There's another woman I want you to meet. Her name is Maggie Lena Walker, and she will teach you how to sell without ever writing anything on paper. And when you go talk to her, tell her, I still have the better numbers. All right, she's right around the corner. Go now.
Well, hello, Mrs. Ashley. I see you've saved the best for last. Come on in. Well, I hear you've had quite the council of women so far.
And now I'm here with you, the queen of stage selling. You were filling your bank with stage selling way back then.
That's right. Before microphones, before webinars, we had stages, pulpits, and parlor rooms. In fact, I filled this very bank with what you might call conversion talks. You see, before white folks wouldn't bank with us, I had to get us to bank with each other. So I stood right there and showed them what our dollars could do. And that's how I became not just the first Black woman, but the first woman in America to charter and run a bank.
That's amazing. I actually wrote a book called Millions from the Stage, teaching women how they can host their own events and share their message and sell their offers to people who really need them with conviction and clarity and confidence. So what you're talking about is exactly what we teach. Thank you so much for sharing your story and for everything you've been to our culture.
Yes, we've been doing this, Mrs. Ashley. We just didn't wait for permission to put a name on it. Because you see, a true sale is not made in the pocket, it's made in the heart.
That's amazing, and that's exactly what I'll keep teaching, because Black women aren't just a part of sales history, we're the innovators of it.
Exactly. Now, you go on and sell live, not for the applause, but for the impact. And this event that you're selling, Black Women Sell Live. That is exactly the spirit I used when I spoke here in this very bank. And you're teaching them something we've always known, that our voices move people and our unity moves mountains. And don't you go forgetting yourself either. And don't let our sisters in the future forget who they are, because the work that you're doing is important.
Thank you so much. That means everything coming from you.
Well, I think after everything you've learned, you're ready to teach the knowledge you've learned to our sisters in the future. Are you ready, Mrs. Ashley?
I'm so ready.
Well, go ahead and go back to the future.
Thank you for everything. Whoa. If that dream taught me nothing else, it was that they walked so we can run. I want every Black woman entrepreneur and expert watching this to meet me at Black Women Sell Live. If you felt tired, overlooked, or like your bank account doesn't match your expertise, this is the last year you are not making multiple millions of dollars. Run to BlackWomenSellEvent.com. At this event, we're teaching you sales strategies from Black women entrepreneurs in the 1800s and 1900s that were making millions of dollars, and some Black women like myself who are making millions of dollars today, so that you never have to wonder how to sell, what to sell, or who to sell to. Whether you're already making 6 figures or you've made your first 7, this is the event for acceleration. You have never been to an event like this. So go to BlackWomenSellEvent.com and get your ticket today. I want you to meet me in Atlanta, Georgia for the event of a lifetime. I see you, sis, and I'm ready to help you go higher. All right, you guys, we've had a time. This is amazing. I'm so excited. This is so great. All the feels. Now it is that time. We are done. It is over. I hope you enjoyed the Make More Sales show. We'll be doing more of these shows. I'll be doing this show live from the Invest Fest floor. I'll figure out how to tell you guys where I'll be, but we'll have this big booth that'll say Speak Get Ready Cash, and you can come there, and we'll be selling tickets, and we'll be doing the show, and I'll be coaching people live and all the things. It'll be great. It will be absolutely amazing. So I want to see you guys there. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. 7 seconds on the clock to get your ticket. No, I'm not going to rap. No, not today. Today is not the day for that. Today, I have to be serious. I am a serious business owner today. I will see you guys at the event. Shout out to those of you who got your ticket. Everyone else, you missed your chance.